Well, good morning, YouTube. I hope you're having a better day than me as I'm trying to prepare for my vacation. It happened again. It happened again. A Turo renter, the first person that ever rented this car, a female, tore it up and brought it back to me torn up. Now, I did a video, well, I don't know, recently. I'm still preparing to go on vacation, so I've got a lot of video content coming. You know, this car was just paint corrected. It was just paint corrected. I mean, literally, right before this lady took the car out. Now, there are chips in the paint, all right? I will never go after somebody for something they did not do. That's not me. I'm not desperate or shady like that. But what I find interesting is that, I don't know if you can see it, but the paint was just corrected. And we have lines going all over the place. And I have not taken it through an automatic wash. I have washed it with a spray nozzle. It hasn't been touched. And I'm really upset. We've got some pretty serious scrapes over here. I don't know if you can see these either. The car is so damn shiny. All through here, there are a ton of scrapes. And, you know, the fender liner, just missing. You can see clearly there's no damage, right? That I can see. Where did the fender liner go? The tabs aren't even, well, yeah, this one is broken. That one down there is broken, but it's not like it ripped this thing apart. It didn't. The fender liner is just missing. Here's the interesting thing, right? Now, things like this was here. There's a door ding here with a scratch. All right, I can accept that. That was already there. But you come back here, and I found this today actually in the trunk. I thought this was almost hilarious. Scoot these into the light so you can see. Those are some of the clips and screws that held that fender liner onto the fender. Now, I don't know what that mess is. That wasn't there. It looks like somebody spit in the trunk. That looks like a loogie. But somebody was kind enough to put some of the clips back in the trunk. Now, the lady didn't tell me. No, at no point in time did she say, "Oh, I'm really sorry, you know, I ran over something," or, "Hey, this thing blew off," or "It fell off," or nothing. No mention of it at all. And when I review the pictures, just to make sure, I always take a picture of the fender liners on the front and back, because this isn't the first time I've had this happen, and then somebody tried to deny that they even did it. So I take very, very thorough pictures of each body panel, and this I don't know what happened. I can't say for sure that she stole it or if she hit something, but I don't see any signs of her hitting anything with the car. And this is a fairly new renter. It looks like she's only got, I think, 2 or 3 rentals under her belt. She had good reviews. Didn't see any reason to not rent to her. Show you a little bit of the interior. Well, she's hot today. It's a little easier to see in the daytime. At least it should be. We got cigarette burns up here. Cigarette ashes all over the center console, or not center console, the armrest. We got the cigarette ashes all down here, all over the floor, in between the seats. Why would you do this to somebody's car, you know? It doesn't make any sense. Look, we've even got a cigarette ash down here. Can you see that right there in that corner? It almost looks like someone put a cigarette out in the door. Look at that. Yeah, that's burned. And there's ashes all down here too. How disrespectful. There's ashes on the seats back here. I don't know if you can see this, but look. See how that just disintegrated? Ashes, ashes, ashes all over the floor. Everything you see back here, these are all cigarette ashes. So she just had herself a time smoking in my car. My freshly detailed car, man. Ashes all over the top of the steering wheel. So far, Turo has reimbursed me $444. There's still a $34 reimbursement for gas. There's still the $134 that she rented the car for. And then there's the damage to the inner fender, which will have to get looked at. I'll have to have somebody take a look at that and see if Turo honors that too. Like I said the other day, Turo's been real good about this. So far, they've handled everything pretty well, I'd say. Hopefully this lady gets banned from the platform, because these aren't people you want renting other people's cars. You know, even if she does have 2 solid reviews before me, if she'll do this to me, she'll do it to somebody else. So she needs to be cut from the platform. I'm really upset. I'm burnt up over that RX8 right now. That really pisses me off. And the fact that she said in the messages on Turo that she was getting a silver one makes me wonder, did she get that one that I sold? Did someone put it up for sale? Did she buy that? I wonder. I do. And what happened to the fender liner? You know, we know what happened to the rest of the car. You know, she smoked in it, tore it up, left it with no gas, blah, blah, blah. We understand that, but where did the whole fender line? I've seen fender liners come apart. You know, I've seen them get shattered and broken up. I have never seen the entire fender liner just poof, disappear before. So I'm really inclined to believe that she took it. But if she took it, why did she leave a few of the clips in the trunk for it? This whole thing doesn't make sense. Then again, she looked like a tweaker also. So, you know, I mean, like, seriously, it's not me just being pissed off making a video. Like, she really looked like a tweaker. Like, her profile picture, her driver's license picture, that was her before she got into dope. I'm pretty sure. She was a very thin, frail, sickly looking woman. As soon as I saw her, I had that feeling, you know. I had that gut feeling. I was like, oh God, it's a tweaker. Don't rent your car to her. She's going to destroy it. But, you know, what are you going to do? Your renter's here ready to pick up the car. If you cancel on them, you know, they're going to charge you, and that goes against you. And you do it too many times, Turo is going to, you know, drop you from the platform. So, I mean, it's kind of like, what do? You know, hand them the keys, hope for the best. I knew better. I've been doing this for, God, like 3 years now. I've got so many rentals under my belt, it's ridiculous. It's still, though, anytime this happens, it's a violation. You know, it's a violation. But as so many of you said before, what do you expect when you rent your cars out on Turo? You know, it comes with the territory. So I can't sit and cry about it too much. It happens, and it just happened again to me. And so far, Turo's taking care of it, and I have no doubt that they're going to, you know, honor the getting that fender liner replaced, whatever else is associated with it. It just sucks. It really does. You know, the thing is, Turo is still great for the mileage deduction. I mean, that's why I do it. I don't do Turo for the money. I do Turo for the mileage deduction. It really saves me a fortune on my taxes at the end of the year, or I wouldn't do it at all. It's great that it pays out money, you know, here and there. That's fine, but the more money it pays me, the worse I'm doing, you know, because that's more taxes that I gotta pay. So, you know, I list my cars really cheap, and this is kind of what you get when you do that. So you got to find a balance. You really do. If you're in this for the money, and of course the mileage deduction, you really need to find a balance between so cheap that everybody can afford it, even crackheads, and so expensive that only the best people will rent it. But why would they want to? You know, your average car, people with money, they're not probably going to use Turo anyway. So you put the price too high, and you're not going to get any renters. You put the price too low, and you're going to get everybody their brother and their dog, and you don't want that either. I mean, I just want the mileage deductions. I prefer my cars not get destroyed in the process, but I just highly recommend, if you're going to do this, you try to find a happy medium. Don't try to be so cheap you beat everybody else out, but make sure you're cheaper than a lot of the other people, or you're not going to get any rentals. And I guess my last piece of advice to you guys is this: do not, under any circumstances, rent a sports car. Period. Don't rent a sports car, because what do you think these people are going to do with it? They're going to rent it and they're going to dog the shit out of it, and you're going to be left picking up the pieces, because it may not break on you. It may not break on your next renter, but eventually, as people thrash on your car, oh, it's going to break, and it's going to break big, and you're going to be left stuck with that bill. So I do not recommend, under any circumstances, renting a sports car on Turo, unless you're going to charge like 100, 150, 200, anything above that a day. I think that would really help remove some of the riffraff that would be, you know, looking at getting your car. If you've got a sports car, if you care about that car, minimum $100 and up. And the problem is, you're probably not going to get very many rentals, but at least the ones you do get will probably be halfway responsible if they can afford to pay $100 or up a day for your car. But still, you're still going to have those people to go out there and they're going to thrash on it. You know, they're going to say, hey, I pay $100 a day for this. I'm going to get my money's worth. It's a risk, man. It's a risk. And it's one of those, I can't recommend Turo, but I can't really say it's not worth doing either. If you're in that tax bracket where the government likes to come at you for $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 a year, you know, it can really be worth it to let these cars get rented out and collect, you know, 50,000 miles plus a year in tax deductions. Man, that's sad. That's a beautiful car. I think I need to sell that. I'm selling that RX8. We're gonna get it cleaned up, put it back together, and I need to get rid of that. So the RX8 is definitely going to be sold at some point. There's just no reason to keep it. There's not. It's ridiculous to even have it, and renting it on Turo is not going to do anything but get it torn up. I want to see it go to a good home. So, all right. So an update to the RX8. Turo is not going to cover the inner fender liner or any other damages because their Carfax shows that it has a salvage history, which is interesting because my Carfax does not show a salvage history. So I don't know. I just ran another Carfax. I'm waiting for that to come back through, and then I'll compare and try to figure this out. The car has also been removed from the Turo platform, which is fine. After yesterday's experience, I didn't intend to rent it back out again anyway. So that's that. That's probably going to be the end of this Turo thing. I got $444 from her, or from them on her behalf, for the damages. I'm fine with that. I got $134 for the rental and $34 for gas. So you know what? I'm good. It is what it is. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, stay safe out there, and Uber on. Have it. I had to.